I like it though. So, without further ado, in the bottom left corner, playing as the purple, the color takes time. The purple Protoss player, my brain is not working. It's Balthazar! I can read the name. Yes, I can read the name. I don't have to remember that. And playing as the red Terran player, it is Kalevi this time, and not Alpha Squad for whatever reason. I don't know why it's Alpha Squad on the replay and Kalevi here, but whatever. Maybe it has 2 accounts. I don't know. Yes, no, there is no... Oh, I thought it was... Okay, there we go, Starbow Bloody Ridge. But this one is... This one's supposed to say Starbow Bloody Ridge or just Starbow. There's Starbow. Okay, so I think there's been a mistake when I published this one. I might have to reload it. Can I... No, the zoom levels are right. But the posters... That poster is not right. Any other posters on the map? I'm just looking randomly at this map for these posters that Kentua put in here. These epic posters. Where are they? Oh, like this ones. Like these ones. I can't really... There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Look how awesome is that. Anyway, we have a very standard opening so far. It's going to be very interesting to see if Kalevi is going to go for his bio opening or if he's going to try and go for mech. I think, like, he experiments a lot with bio. He's not necessarily the best macro player out there, but he understands bio at this point so well that I think him trying to just play a normal mech game at this point versus someone like Balthazar, who's actually a really strong Starbow player, I think that this might be a bad idea. If he wants to win. I think if he wants to win, just throwing Balthazar off with something that he's not used to facing, even though it might not be necessarily a better build once people get used to it, might be the better idea right now if he wants to win. There we go, the tech lab on the barracks, and for every Protoss player out there wondering how to deal with these weird bio openings with the mercs and stuff, when you see a tech lab on the barracks, like, you know there's not going to be a fast command center. That's basically an indication of there's not going to be at least a super fast command center. And so it's going to be a Reaper, or okay, now he's even producing out of it. So that's basically a Reaper or a Merc. He could also put a factory behind and then swap to go for some early shenanigans with vultures and stuff. But in either case, you shouldn't take a really fast Nexus as a response. You can potentially just Chronobus one gateway out with units for a while. There's really no reason if it's Mercs to get the range. He's doing it anyway. Well, there is a reason, but we did a lot of testing with Dragoons with and without range, and versus Mercs it doesn't seem to matter that much because of the grapple just closes the distance so fast. So sacrificing the build time with this Dragoon just to get this range and using Chrono Boost on it is actually a bad idea versus Mercs, I think. I'd rather just Chrono Boost the gateway and get like 2 Dragoons and a Zealot. I think that's a much better response. Just keep making units out of one gateway and then maybe add on the Nexus if you have some extra resources. Or if you're really, really afraid of dying, get a second gateway. I love these patrolling Dragoons, so they're starting to give me a headache. But here we go, we have an SCV moving out. We do have, he's getting Firebat, 2 Mercs, and 2 Medics. He has this weird composition he goes for. He's going to add a 3rd Merc. He might not get a Marine this time. He's also going to get the extended cord. So this is very similar to what we saw last time, and it's going to be interesting to see how Balthazar can deal with this, because I would say that Balthazar at least used to be a better player than Teddy Bear. He hasn't played that much Starbow lately. But he's also less experienced with these kind of things, so it's going to be really weird to say, oh, and he moves, oh, I love this, he moves the units out, so when the scout comes, he doesn't actually see, he didn't see this, Kalevi hid it, and he should close his base up, so, oh, Balthazar, no, you don't want to show your whole army to the probe, oh, wow, he just showed everything, that was kind of not smart, I think. So Balthazar is going to do the one. No, he's actually adding a second gateway. He's being no, he's not going to throw down this Nexus anytime soon. Look at that, he's spending money. This was just like he was about to throw it down and then he changed his mind and he didn't pull it back. So he's going to meet them with Dragoons. He needs to be really careful with the public grapple. He gets his he almost, yeah, he got the medic, but he lost the Dragoon for the first wave of grapple. He's going to, gets the second Merc. It's going to be 2 Mercs versus 3 Dragoons. I like the micro there. He's going to have to be careful. He snipes that one. Loses the Firebat. And there we go. Another Dragoon goes down to these Mercs. Oh, and there's another Merc. And he's lost a lot of Dragoons. Now he needs to get out of there. He just needs to, yeah. You have like a very interesting kiting range versus the Mercs. And you don't want to go too far between each kite, because then the cooldown of the grapple works against you. No, you don't want to send a Dragoon versus 3 Mercs. Get out of there, Dragoon. You need a Zealot. And he's just keep making Dragoons and no Zealots, which is not the best choice in this situation. He really needs some zealots, but I don't know if he knows that zealots are good. The problem though with mercs is that they're really good at picking up buildings because they have explosive damage. So it's really hard to get an expansion out safe with them, and he really needs to stop this one. Oh, nice. He only grappled with 2 mercs. He could try and pick one off now, potentially. But here comes the medic healing them up again. It's so hard. The medic almost turns around with a grapple. It's gonna be so hard. Again, only Dragoons, no zealots. Another SCV coming down. This base is still actually alive, which is surprising. Oh, gonna lose another. No. Saves that Dragoon. Very good micro from Balthazar at the moment. I think he could pull just a couple of probes and be very fine without losing too much economy. Oh, okay, he has the SCV, but he's not working on the bunker, and he actually stopped rallying units over there. So Balthazar did actually hold this barely. And if you look at the supplies, he actually...
Game paused.
It was actually quite good. Kalevi is pausing the game. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe there's some hotkeys or something. But we can talk about what's going on so far. Okay, here comes 2 more mercs, but I think this bunker will be down before that mercs heads in. You got 2 more Dragoons just about to pop out with the 3rd on the way. We got a 3rd gateway coming up. This Nexus has taken a lot of damage, but it is completing now, and it has gotten a lot of extra HP from all that construction time as well. Look at that frozen missile. How cool is that? That's actually pretty cool. It's gonna see that impact. Bam! I love the mover of this missile. That's awesome. You see, shooting his own. It looked like he was shooting his own Nexus for a while. So yeah, Balthazar held that quite nicely, but that was quite an impressive hold. That's difficult to defend, especially with no zealots. So yeah, Balthazar getting that Kildarian Citadel going for probably both of them now. Well, actually, he's had this one for a while because he's been chrono boosting for a long time. Twilight Council on the way. He's actually going for the Templar tech, which I think is a good way to go versus the bio player. Another route to go is for actually Sentinel openings. 1 base Sentinel openings is really strong because you almost never bring any Marines. You just bring these ground damage units, and the Sentinels can just throw it on overboard and just snipe off all the units. Another thing you could do now is just go straight to a Reaver drop, and Reavers would do very well versus these bio units as well. But you got to be a little bit careful with the mercs. The merc can grapple onto the Reavers, and actually when the mercs have started to grapple the Reaver, it cannot go up in the warp prism anymore. Because what happens then is that then the mercs will stop in mid-air, and that looks really, really bad, because it's a big bug. So we actually made it impossible for Reaver to move up in a warp prism while it is being grappled on. So you gotta do it before the grapple animation starts. Unfortunately, that's how it is right now. And just a heads up for anyone, it might not be the best design, but that's just how we're gonna deal with that bug at the moment. Because we did see a lot of flying mercs, which was interesting. And we don't want flying mercs. I can tell you that much. That we do not want. So we have Balthazar moving out on this line. I love how this pathing just makes it all line. Of course, having to move through these chokes as well. Here comes the ghost timing. Right now he has cloak, and this forces Balthazar back. This forces him to get, a cannon. And he should block this off, I think, with a couple of units, just so he can get the cannons completely in time, because he has enough. And no, he doesn't have enough energy for a second cloak. They're 50. I think it's 50 energy for a cloak. Yeah, so he doesn't have enough energy for it. Oh, he can cloak some of it. But yeah, he needs to get out of there. That was unfortunate. Kalevi, that's a lot of wasted gas. Oh, finds a base. I think that was kind of random. It's like, let's just head up there. It's safe. Oh, wait, the base. Another pause. Kalevi did say before he started this game that he had some problem with his internet. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate indeed. Okay, let's see if we're back. Here we go. So we have Balthazar's getting his 3rd. As a bio player, because he is sticking with bio, you really don't want to fall behind too hard on expansions compared to, like, if you're a mech player, you can fall behind one base and still be decent. But stop killing your own nexuses, Balthazar. He's really aggressive on his own buildings today. They seem to only have the the snipe sound when they attack, which is correctly. The reason we put in the snipe sound for the normal attack for ghosts is that they actually do deal 20 damage, which is quite a lot of damage, only versus light. So it's concussive damage, yes. Versus armor is only 5. It's concussive damage. So what was I gonna say? Yeah. So since the damage is stronger than it is in StarCraft 2, especially versus some units, we wanted the snipe sound because it sounds a little bit more. I hate the little. It sounds so weak, and the snipe sound sounds a lot more awesome. I mean, since we don't have the snipe ability, we might as well use the sound. So Kalevi is going to. That's Balthazar. He's going to check for bases, and both of these, and he sees none of them. Is there a command center on the way? There is none. There is none. Wow. Fusion core in production looks actually pretty cool. Oh, there it is. Never mind. There is a command center on the way. Wow. And there's a double starboard. He's starting with Banshees at this time. He's not going Science Vessels first. He's getting but he is getting EMP, so that's just going to be one Banshee until he quickly falls up with Science Vessels. This is a fairly small army, actually, and we got Storming coming. That's a lot of High Templars. I hope that he's better at splitting around the High Templars and splitting up his army in general. And that's really the way to go versus the EMPs. And maybe just getting a couple of scouts. Like, it's really easy for them to get some shots in when in the heat of battle, and when they get a couple of shots in, they do a lot of damage. Here comes the first Banshee, going to try to snipe some probes. This is going to be annoying. Oh, actually, he really wants to snipe some High Templars. There is one High Templar, not paying attention at the moment to it. He's moving his army instead. Oh, he might want to try and hit the third. Like, he want to force his army back to deal with the Banshee, then attack the third. But Balthazar is very he's doing really weird stuff. I have no idea what he's just gonna go counter it. No, now he's okay, he sees the army, now he's like, oh wait, I need to defend this. I actually need to defend. And this Banshee has 5 kills already. Meanwhile, this base is gonna go down really fast. Throwing down blind on these High Templars is quite nice because it does reduce their cast range. They have to go closer to the blind to actually cast Storm. Very few people know about that. But it doesn't do that much. The little SCV to narrow up the choke here, I like that. Here comes the grapple. Oh, and he's grappling into the High Templars, trying to kill him off. Actually gets a couple of kills off, so he sacrifices his army on the most efficient manner, I guess you can say. But he did lose all the Marines in those storms. Storms so hard to deal with. Meanwhile, this Banshee with 7 kills and almost a Nexus at one of those 7, which would be 8. And again, Balthazar with a very aggressive kill your own units and buildings strategy. Don't know why he keeps doing this, but I guess it's just a lot of clicking. We'll have to see how much clicking it is. That's a lot of clicking. That click. Meanwhile, Kalevi is getting this expansion up. It is being spotted by Balthazar. No, it isn't, because unit vision is a little bit shorter than it used to be. This is not the new patch. This is from earlier. And again, the Banshee with so many kills. Zealot's coming back to defend. That doesn't really help. You don't want to storm this Banshee. You're going to kill so many workers if you do that. Okay, good. You should keep one observer here and this one Dragoon, and he should be fine. But he doesn't. He just leaves. He kills the sacrificial High Templar with a hopefully perfect storm to kill it. Meanwhile, he has some really good vision here with his observers. If you look at the vision of Balthazar, it's just pretty good. And now he's actually seeing what's going on here. I know what is going on. You could actually make some cannons over here, but I think that's fairly pointless. Yeah, it's faster to move your army and just go kill it. I think, can he defend it though? Oh, that's only Marines, not even medics. He's just making pure Marine. And is he? Those observers, I'm gonna put on that face shields. These ones, you have to target them to kill them. There we go, let's target them down. It's quite nice. Activating the planetary. Meanwhile, here comes all the Marine. Oh, that's not a Marine. Well, he comes in with the EMPs first, which is nice. Making sure he can't. Well, he's not gonna get stormed in the face. Here comes the Marines. And there's no more storm left, but there's no more planetary left either, and you can actually lift a lot of these units out of here, and I think that's exactly what he's going to do right now. Yep. Rifting out the units. He's going to leave a couple of results behind because he can't rift that many units. And meanwhile, Banshee's in this base, the story of this game. He's going to get it. He's going to not get it. No, he loses both the Banshees. A little bit greedy there. Really wanted to get that base, and that's understandable. He just lost his own base here. And a couple of supply depots in production. Let's not forget about them supply depots. Those were not important. He could, if he had some more Banshees, he could try and snipe some High Templars. But there's one Dragoon to defend, but there's no... Oh, that EMP was good. that EMP was good. The EMP missile itself might be slightly too fast. Yeah, it is. We actually increased the EMP missile speed because it was so hard to get EMP off. And now that it's easy to get off, we should actually increase the speed of the EMP missile itself. Yeah, that's actually true. The EMP missile looks really fast, and it was not that fast in Bird War. I'll note that down. I'll remember to note it down afterwards. But I actually remember buffing the MP speed because it was so hard to get it off, and then we fixed the whole... Science Vessel spells have in general been really hard to get off because of the separation bug, and then we fixed that. And then, yeah. Oh, nice pick off of the Archon there. Oh, there goes Pylon, which is unseen, and he could throw off a couple of cannons there. He could also just move up a Zealot and cancel the base, but... Let's go for the cool stuff, the cannons. Balthazar's still on 3 bases. He hasn't expanded yet. He's been on 3 bases for a very long time, and almost 2. And he doesn't have that many workers either. I feel he's kind of falling behind in this game. Again, Kalevi, being able to slowly dwindle down his Protoss opponents by the use of bio and science vessels. Someone is very happy that the Marines died. Oh, he could snipe this High Templar. There we go. Get out of this base. So Balthazar trying to sneak out of base, he really needs it. I'm glad to see that he's trying. That's what he needs to say in this game. Kalevi is, yeah, he needs to... Oh, he could try and snipe the Nexus. No, Suicide Squad didn't work. It failed at even being a Suicide Squad. It's still alive. And he's gonna go for the weird... He's gonna take the weird round around this, and he might be able to... Okay, gets one more shot, and takes... What is it? It's hang on. Takes a face disruptor in the face. It's a face... Oh, it's a face disruptor. Of course it took it in the face. Wow, I'm so clever and funny. Look at the upgrades here for a second. It's been a while. We got 2-0 here. We got 1-0 there, actually. So Protoss has an upgrade advantage. Mark extended cord. It shouldn't be extended cord, should it? I don't know. Extension cord. I don't know. I'm so bad with English. Nice target firing there. He knows all the... Kalevi's played Starbow for a while. He knows all the tricks. And the way to counter them. Now, oh, see, another eye pistol. Ah, I need to fix this. I need to re-upload this map. Whatever. We got... oh, so many EMPs! Okay, he really wants to get these High Templars. And he gets them. And yeah, that's so many Marines. Very few medics. But, oh, one Storm was left. That was some really good splitting, though. Even though he lost a lot of Marines there, that was still very effective use of bio. Kalevi is playing really well, actually. And there's a couple of High Templars. He's spreading them out really well. He could storm. There's one good storm. He's not doubling them, but the other one did get EMP. So he is going to lose this base. So he's going to try and come in and defend. He didn't get it. That's unfortunate. So, oh, meanwhile, I like this for Kalevi. Just in case there was a base starting here, and there almost was. So Balthazar is back. Is he down to one mining base? No, this base is still mining because the mining has been so disrupted at this base. Kalevi has 3 mining bases actually. His income should be fairly high, and it is, but his number of workers are about the same. Like, it looks like sometimes it's always similar, and then you see it spike up because the income tab is the most random thing ever. Believe me, we actually did a test before this patch with changing economy completely because we're still not that happy with... Like, we still feel that spreading out on several bases is not as, like, rewarding as it should be. So we tried the triple mining mod version, which is apparently better, but it really wasn't. But we did a lot of testing with it, and that's how I learned how incredibly unstable the income tab is, because we had to use the income tab to measure the income, which was so unstable that we actually devised a new way of measuring it, just to get a more stable results. So yeah. That's how unstable the income tab is. That was information you did not want to hear, presented by Cepheus. Anyway, Balthazar moving out with a fairly large group. He actually needs to kill a base at this point, because he's mining and everything has been disrupted for so long, and he's just falling behind. And as I say that, he's ahead in supply, so maybe I'm just wrong. Who knows? Kalevi gonna go for a base over here, it seems, and this, I love the patrolling units on edge of bases. That's the hallmark of Balthazar. And now here comes the siege tank transition already. It's a little bit earlier than most versus Teddy Bear. He's gonna try and save it, and he's not gonna save it. His science vessels have been incredibly important. Meanwhile, we have a surround of small suicide squad. Yeah, that's what we have. Okay, I like this. Okay, I do like these small squads trying to pick up high Templars, but Balthazar is doing a really good job keeping them safe. Oh, the irradiate goes down on the high Templar. If EMP takes too long, irradiate. Am I saying Teddy Bear all the time when I actually mean some of the other guys? I think I am. Yeah, I'm sorry. If the volume, I'm sorry if the volume is low. I can't turn it up anymore. I wish I could, but I can't. I can try. Let's see if there's something I haven't done yet. Let's go to the mixer. No, not there. Let's check my... I'll do it later. You just gotta turn up the stream, I guess. I'm sorry. This is as loud. Okay, maybe this is better. This is as loud as it gets. I just need to almost eat my microphone. This microphone used to be so good. I think I gotta buy a new one. The headphone only has sound in one of the ears now as well, so things are not looking so hot for this microphone as it used to. I'll get myself a new one. Should I wish for it for Christmas? And Kalevi is okay. This is gonna break, but oh, the synchronized EMP! It was like a symphony of EMPs right there. But there's still miraculously some storm left in this army after all those EMPs. Even more EMPs go down. Time to morph Archons. But he's again gonna lose his planter, and that was actually not the worst engagement from Balthazar. Okay, moving with the microphone seemed to have helped. I'm sorry about that. I really wish it wasn't the case, because I hate having like a half cast with low mic and the other half with a good mic. Especially if I feel that my cast was decent. Very nice Banshee. Did you see that Banshee micro? That was actually pretty sick. Kalevi is... Oh, he's losing this base. I was gonna say coming back into this game, but I feel he's been ahead for a while, but right now he fell slightly behind after losing that base. And if we now look at this incredibly variable income tag, we see Kalevi is very far behind in it. He's now now it's his turn to only mine from one base, and it's Balthazar's turn to mine from two bases. But in general, though, these players have really never had any more than 2 mining bases at a time, which is not an optimal situation. Ooh, gonna lose. No, he's shooting the wrong Banshee. Try and get some high Templars. He's gonna get exactly 0 high Templars, which is a number. Storming arrow cannon, the way to defend yourself. I understood why he did that. Though. It was just fun to watch. Oh, he's gonna lose the high Templar with. Oh, I love this position from Kalevi, expecting the flank and having defended already. Mass EMP on top of the Protoss army. And I think he might save this Nexus. He needs to swing around. There's layers and layers of siege tank to get to it, though. And he is killing a lot of science vessels, and that is a victory in itself, because these science vessels have proven so important. He's just target firing down the next. No, he's not. He's still 1 health. It goes down. That was at the last possible second he sniped that Nexus. That's so unfortunate for Balthazar. And even though this, oh wow, Balthazar going for Sentinels. Sentinels are good, but I think at this point it's a little bit too late. There we go. Let me turning that SCV around. So, what's changed with the null works now? Oh, glare, I guess. I guess Balthazar's playing with the Sentinel. It seems like he's just playing around with it more than he's actually using it for anything. Is that these null words that you see now, which are actually much more reminiscent of the old null words, they can... Oh, and there, hold that thought again. Kalevi just built this base and now he's losing it. And Balthazar needs to get out of there before he gets trapped again. Or he could... this is too many units to rift effectively, I think. He can only get like 15 units, I think, in total with his Nexuses. I don't know if he has enough energy either. Here comes Radiant, very nice. And some more SCVs going down, which is unfortunate because Kalevi doesn't have that many workers right now. But yeah, the null ward, a big difference from this null ward and the really old school null ward we had, because this one we have now is much more similar to the old school one, is that it can be shot while it's moving, just like a Spider-Man can. And it does move a little bit slower, and it also has a longer range, which seems like a buff, but it's kind of a nerf since it can be shot while moving, because then the opponent gets more time to shoot it. So that might be some more interesting interactions there. We'll see. Oh, Sentinel out and about. Should set up some traps. Oh, could actually pick off a Marine here or so. Their attack is somewhat decent. Or just die. Nope, it's not going to die. Not yet, at least. It's probably going to die at some point. As most Protoss units do. Oh, right now, for example. No, here comes one very, very obvious Sentinel. But this Sentinel could actually, no, only hits. Oh, it doesn't hit anything. And, but Balthazar is actually getting a lot of damage down here, and he's got a really nice concave, and he's closing in on Kalevi now. Kalevi seems to be crumbling under the force of Balthazar, and despite perfect EMPs for basically all game long, it really feels like Balthazar is just taking this game now. He really does not want to push in here, even though there's almost nothing there. Just pushing into a Terran base can be hazardous for your life. Oh, he's just opening up. Come in. It's okay. You don't have to kill it. Just come in. I don't want to... It's kind of like not locking your car, because you know then they have to break the window to steal anything. It's more like, okay, just take whatever you want. I don't want to... Don't break my window. Don't kill the supply depots. And it worked. He didn't kill them. He just walked in instead. Oh, is he gonna get the repair off? He might get the repair off. Here comes the High Templars to kill the workers, though. The very green High Templars storming themselves to avoid the green acid death. And now... But the cooldown, no, it's still far away. There's one Dragoon, and GG, Kalevi can't stand the pressure anymore. And Balthazar actually takes the game. Very nice, Kalevi asking for the regame. If you